YouTube? It's Fluffy here.
And this is Blue.
And
welcome to our new series called Mod
vs Mod. And on our debut, we shall compare the Flying Panda
and the Waterfall.
Yep. So let's get started.
So these two mods are really famous in pen spinning, and they are really recommended for intermediate spinners because it's not too heavy.
They are extremely similar in the sense that they both use Reynolds caps and nice squishy grip, doctor grip, tornado, and the tips. And so let's get started. Firstly, let's talk about the spin feel. Basically, both mods, due to the long grips they have, they feel very similar, but slightly different because the Waterfall has shorter grips depending on how much you shorten them. However, let's just say for the Flying Panda, personally I feel that these long grips, they might get in the way when you are spinning, such as the thumbs at crutch. Whereas for the Waterfall, over here there's less grip, right? Yeah. And lastly, the grip feel. They always say that the ridges here make wipers very comfortable compared to the smooth doctor grip. Right, now let's move on.
So next, I'm going to talk about weight. Personally, I feel that my Flying Panda is a bit heavier than my Waterfall because I would think that because there's more grip, I would think that this is much heavier. So overall, I think the only difference in weight is the grip itself because everything else is almost the same. I would think the body weight is almost the same as well. And since the cap configuration is, basically just the grip. So these two mods are almost the same in length, as you can see over here. The play area where you can spin is almost the same as well. So there's really not much of a difference in length between these two mods.
And okay, so now we'll talk about body thickness and the surface. Actually, there are two types of Flying Pandas. As you can see here, the thicker and the thinner one with the Flying Panda outsert, which is mine, and the clean one which we just built not long ago. So basically, there's not much of a difference between these two ST bodies. And for the Waterfall, we don't have a period Waterfall, it was disassembled. So yeah. There are two types of Waterfalls as well, pretend that this is a period. There's a period one which is slightly shorter and it feels more smooth, matte-ish. And for the Waterfall Comsa, if it is clear and you have not frosted it, yeah, this is the period body. If you have not frosted it, it would be shinier, that sort of thing. And for these two, and if we were to compare these two mods, the Comsa and the period body of the Waterfall is softer, it is smoother, it can get in the way, and I mean some people would say, oh, it's really slippery, it falls off very easily. And whereas for the Flying Panda mod, it has a polished surface, and due to the super tip body, it's the material of the super tip body, it's a lot harder. So it depends on what you like, smoothness or hardness, softness, that sort of thing.
So for basically the construction of two mods, we feel that it's really not that difficult because all there is the cap assembly and in the end fitting it onto the body itself. The only difficulty that we could think of would be the grips. For the Waterfall, you have to cut it yourself, cut it straight to the length that you prefer and the weight that you like. And for the Flying Panda, the difficulty is actually pushing the grip onto the Reynolds cap because it's kind of tight. So what you can do is actually basically expand the grip with scissors, and yeah, just expand the grip and slip it on. So that's basically about it for construction.
Alright, so now let's talk about the aesthetic appeal of this mod. Okay, so as you can see here, the Waterfall, it is white, very nice, or it can be black. I don't know what you prefer, it can have colored caps. Yeah, some would like the Waterfall for its purity, I don't know, for its very nice clean doctor grip, for just its simplicity of the mod. And whereas for the Flying Panda, some would find these ridges really cool and very nice to look at, or maybe this Crayola super tips print very nice. or they would just prefer shiny surfaces over frosted surfaces. Yeah, there isn't much to say due to the fact that you don't exactly put outserts or whatever to this. It's just that I was bored and I made outserts for this. But otherwise, both mods look very clean if you keep it clean. And some would say, oh, the Waterfall is very pure, very simple. And others would say, the Flying Panda looks like a boss. Yeah, so that's all we can say to its aesthetic appeal.
So lastly, what do you guys think? Just drop us a comment in the comment section below.
If you have anything to add on.
Yeah, just give us your personal opinions on the mod and maybe even rate the mod out of 10.
And that's all. So feel free to rate, comment, subscribe.
Thanks.